What started as a normal, peaceful, calm week ended up being a week that I'll come face to face with two individuals with a high sense of self-entitlement, and one of the individuals stood out for me. Here's what happened prior to that. Hey, welcome back. I'm glad you've clicked in. If you've not subscribed, now is the time to do so. Like, comment, share, and click that notification bell on so you won't miss a single video each time that I upload. Let's get into the story. What started as a normal, peaceful, calm week ended up to be a week that I'll come face to face with two individuals with a high sense of self-entitlement, and one of the individuals stood out for me. But before we go to the details, let's first define entitlement. Is the feeling of unmerited and unrealistic deservingness towards special treatment. This is where people feel a sense of exaggerated self-importance. Some even lack understanding to others' needs or wants. Some even are not ready to compromise with others for a common goal, and some even have difficulties in accepting others as equals. And although research is still going on and still goes on entitlement, information out there is some of us have a high sense of self-entitlement while others have a low sense of self-entitlement. Some of the causes that have been highlighted of self-entitlement includes parenting, how we were treated as kids, all by people with higher authority, also information in the media, and some events that promote self-importance, and also personality disorder, e.g. narcissism. That's entitlement. So in my workplace, a guy shoots, two people shows up, but we're gonna go with the case that stood out for me. This guy walks in and demands access, and one of the colleagues who is my partner and is new gets a bit intimidated and calls me to assist. As I'm getting closer, the person is still demanding access, flashing out his ID and telling me that he is a manager in another firm. I looked at him and looked at my colleague. Unfortunately, they couldn't see my big smile since I was wearing my mask. And then I told the manager, yes, you're a manager, but you're not a manager here. Kindly follow what you're being told. The man looked at me, nodded his head, and went. That's when I realized that I'll never get employed in that firm if I apply for a job as long as he is the manager. After he left, I couldn't help but think the high sense of self-importance that he was feeling very important, very important than others, and he was feeling he deserved to be treated in a special way than others just because he was a manager in another firm. Stay with me. If he was the manager in my firm, would he have been treated differently? Maybe yes, but only because of the privileges that come with the office of the manager in my firm. So, out there, are you a person who feels entitled? Do you feel like the world owes you anything? Do you feel like people owe you anything? The good news is no one owes you anything. The world does not owe you anything. And whenever you come into contact with a person who is feeling a high sense of self-entitlement, the best way to deal with them is by saying no to their demands. If somebody comes to you with unrealistic and unmerited demands, kindly tell them no. Because if you meet their unrealistic demands, you are putting a stamp on their self of high entitlement that they'll keep on demanding that wherever they go. And yes, entitlement is good to some degree. Some people who are highly entitled, they go for what they want. They know what they want, but in its extreme, it's very dangerous. It's true, you deserve the very best in the world. It's true. But you also have to be the best in the world. You have to be the best in what you do. You can't go expecting something while you're offering nothing. It does not work that way. If you need something in this world, you have to be ready to work for it. Not only to go for it, but to work for it. Yes, when we were growing up, we maybe have been told by our parents that we are special, that we are prince, that we are princesses. It's true, but remember what they did not tell us is that we are a king to them, we are a prince to them, we are a princess to them. When we come out to the world, we have to work for what we want. Our parents and people in authority usually give us what we want and ask because we are dependent on them. But when you are dependent on yourself, when you come out to the world, try and deal with your sense of entitlement. And if you're struggling with a sense of high self-entitlement, or friend, the good news is it is difficult to change, but we can manage the situation. The first thing that you can do is stop comparing your life with others. Yes, stop looking at what others are getting versus what you're getting. The best thing to do is you work towards what you want. And among other things that you can do also is treat people with respect, compassion, and gratitude. The moment you start appreciating people, the moment you start respecting and being compassionate, you start defeating the high sense of self-entitlement. Also, celebrate the success of others, even if you feel that you have achieved nothing. By this, you're suppressing the urge to keep on focusing on yourself, and you are expressing gratitude, and by that, you're suppressing that high sense of self-entitlement. And last but not least, learn to change. Be adaptable to change. Sometimes you will not get what you want. You will get what you deserve. As you go out there into the world, always remember, if you want the best, be the best and give the best. The world owes you nothing, but you owe it to the world, and you owe it to yourself to live your best life and to live your purpose. Until next time, stay safe and stay blessed. Don't forget,